understand, and people can stop being triggered about it. All right. So basically, before the stream was kind of big, me and Kim met and we were together, right? And there wasn't a lot of drama, but there were some things by the time the stream got big, I guess. So basically, I got kicked out. I was with her, and then my mom was like, and my fucking stepfather were like, yeah, you know, you go to school or whatever, or you gotta, you know, like, we're done. So I was like, okay, well, I'm done. So then I left my house, and then Kim was like, with open arms, she was like, oh, you can come at my place. So I went at her place, at her old place. I'm showing you guys what it looks like. So I went at her place and I bought, you know, I had Overwatch and I started like grinding like harder. And I like stopped going to school and shit. And this what the place looked like. You can see the video right here, the pink background. I'm pretty sure there's probably like less than like 5 years I remember this. Like this is the pink background, right? It's like a while back. Right. So after that, we became pro on Denial and we started winning, right? Started winning games and shit. So we went pro. That was really nice. And then, so basically I told her, and we were both on the same page, that I could not spend time with her that much, and I had to like focus on the fucking game like a lot, right? A bunch. So I told her that, my main focus was like the career and the stream and whatever, and that was like what I was gonna do, and it was gonna be rough like the first few months, and I was like gonna like almost like being like nowhere, and we we're gonna spend time that much. So I would spend like, dude, I don't even know, like 15 minutes maybe, something like that with her, that much every day or less or something. So it was like nothing at all, right? It was literally nothing. And after like after a while, I started playing for World Cup. Remember, you guys remember that? I got called, I tried out for Team Canada for World Cup, and I started playing for World Cup, right? So that was really nice. I qualified. Yeah, and then I would like spend so much time in the game. At some point, she was just like, you know, it's not like working or some shit. Like we're not like, you know, it was like negative because I would always play all day, and then I would scrim, and then I would get tilted. Not tilted, but I would just be like, you know, like I'm worn out for the day. Like I'm worn out. And then she was like, yeah, I think it's good for like for us like separate, you know, part ways and shit. I was like, yeah, I think that's like super, that's super true. So then we moved to the fucking garage. I'm pretty sure some of you guys were there at that point. That's when our team disbanded because we didn't qualify for contenders, and then we were done, right? So I think there's like a video about that actually. Yeah, it's in the recap somewhere. Somewhere in there, right? Well, it doesn't really matter. Right here, right here. So we moved to that place. Remember? This is my brother's girlfriend's parents' basement. So basically like a stranger at that point. So we went there, and that was when the stream really like took its shape, right? Because that's where we started fucking grinding hard, dude. We started playing like every day, like a bunch, and that's why we started streaming like 12 hours a day instead of streaming like 4 or 5 or 6 hours, right? That was fucking pog time. Look at this. $100 $100! Right? You guys remember that? Alright. So then that came to an end because her parents came back. So I went back to my my mom's place in the basement. Which is right. No, this is still in the basement. We moved back there, which is my mom's basement, right? Moved to the mom's basement, and then I don't actually remember. Yeah, and then it was Poland. I had to go to Poland for Overwatch World Cup, right? So then me and Kim didn't really talk that much, but I was going to Poland, so I was like kind of fucking stressed out. So I woke up in the morning, you know, just packed my shit, and then I took the plane to Poland, and I was like really fucking stressed out because I have like a sick anxiety and shit. So I was just like, you know, I'm taking off, and I'll be back in like fucking like 10 days or something. but peace out. And then I left there. It was fucking PogChamp, dude. I had like no time to talk to anyone. I was just, you know, it was actually sick, dude. It was like so crazy. Poland was like a sick event, dude. I had so much fun there. And we sort of like talked a little bit. But by the end of the trip to Poland for World Cup, she just started like talking to me a little bit. And she wanted us to like fucking to like see each other again. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. And then, so after World Cup, we qualified for World Cup, we qualified for BlizzCon, and I was like pretty sick, right? So took the plane back, came back, and then we started seeing each other like a little bit, but I started like streaming in the basement again, over there. Yeah, just like in the picture right here. And then came the actual garbage. So we started like seeing each other like actually like every day or every other day. I think every like 2 days. It was actually pretty fine, but we weren't like together whatsoever. And then at some point like, she told me that like she saw someone else or something like that, because we were like broken up. So I was like, you know, is it worth like salvaging or some shit? But then yeah, so I moved back there at my mom's, and I had tryouts, right? I had tryouts for almost every Overwatch League team, right? So I had to try out there, and I said that story the other day, but nobody, there wasn't a lot of people here because you guys were, I was playing as Subnautica. So basically, I was trying out for C9, and I didn't answer my phone that day. But my stepfather actually, he called me for something like important, but it wasn't really important, but he called me. This story's boring as fuck. Shut the fuck up! We're coming there, bitch! Shut up, suck it. And I just got like, he was like, dude, like, you didn't answer your phone, dog. I'm like, yeah, I didn't answer my phone. What about it? He says like, well, it wasn't important or whatever. Well, I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know? Dude, I'm playing Overwatch, dude. Like, I was streaming all day. I can't know. Like, I asked for a room, and I was given that room, right? Like, I was given that place to stay. Like, that one room, and I was told it was my place, and I could sit and do whatever. But obviously, it wasn't enough, right? So, yeah, it was something with, it was something with the dog. So, dude, I was like so fucking, I was so confused, and then I'm like, listen, whatever the problem is, we'll deal with it in like in an hour, because I have a trial right now, and it's super important. And yo, what's up, Killer? Killer's in the chat. Killer was in that trial actually. No, maybe he wasn't. I don't remember. So then he was like, well, I'm pulling the plug on the computer. I'm pulling the plug, and I'm like, no, dude, like, this is actually my life. Like, whatever. If you didn't support me like back then, it was fine. Like, I don't mind. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I'm not gonna have any grudges. But this right here, like, you can't take this away from me, dude. Like, if I lose this, I might not have a job, or I might not have a career, like, ever. And then he says, nope, and just fucking pulls the fucking plug. And then he stands in the fucking doorway, and he's like, dude, we're talking, like we gotta talk. And I'm like, no, like, I have to go. I have to pack my shit, and I have to go do what I'm doing right now somewhere else. And I was like, dude, at that point, I was actually like scared. Like, I was actually like, because he was like blocking the doorway. I was actually scared at that point. I was like, fuck, dude. So I managed to sort of fucking negotiate myself into finishing my tryout. So after like 45 minutes, I put the computer up again, I go in, and then they replace me for the tryout. So I lose my tryout, and then I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude, if I lose that tryout, I'm done! It's over for me! Like, I have no ways in. Yeah, I had Misfits at the point, that's a leak also. I had Misfits in, maybe, but it was like uncertain that I was gonna get into Misfits, so like, I was like, oh god, dude, you can't be serious. It was all done for me. So then I had told myself, I'm never gonna put myself in a position where someone can do that shit to me. I'm never gonna put myself in a position where someone can have an impact on everything that I do, right? I was like, fuck this! So I called Kim, and I'm like, yo, I need your help. Like, this is really bad. Like, I'm like actually scared. And she says, yeah, fine. And then she can pick me up, right?